I said that. There was no water in my mouth when I said that. We all are going to be fighting for the soul of Nigeria. And we all are going to be fighting for our lives. And let nobody think as we go onto this journey that it's going to be a walk in the park. No way. It's going to be a fight. Yeah. And we must be ready to give it our all. Yeah. We must be ready to say, no matter what, we stand and we fight. Like the Hausas we say, Tapanjama Panjam. Whatever will happen, let it be. I see people every time who are afraid. We have been turned to citizens who fear in our own country. They've turned us to slaves. We no longer are citizens. I want to say to every one of us here, as we march on to 2027, that we all are citizens. We are not slaves. And the office of the citizen is the highest office in the land. Yeah. And for those of us who will get opportunity, if God so wills, to be in office, we must never forget that indeed the office of the citizen is the highest office in the land. And whatever office that you occupy is a privilege that has been given to you from that office of the citizen. You do not betray them. Loyalty to the citizens is very important. A lot of people who thought 4 years ago that they were untouchable, today they are coming working among citizens, begging citizens. And by the time we get into campaigns, you will see more of them. All they needed to do was to be loyal to the citizens, and they would have had a walk in the park. So learn. Experience, they say, is the best teacher. But nobody ever says you have to experience it for you to learn from it. For those who have failed, learn from them. Since ancient politics in January, one of the things, friends, I've also heard repeatedly being said to me is that, Aisha, you are an activist. You are just coming in. We've been doing politics for 30 years. Some have told me they've been doing politics for 40 years. And I always say to them, I also have experience of watching politicians fail Nigeria for 40 years or 30 years. So if we sit at the table and we share the experiences that you have of running for office and I have of seeing those fail Nigeria, then we will come to a common ground that works all for Nigeria. I will soon round up, but I'm going to say something for our leaders that are here. Remember something, 2027 is going to be a war. It's not a war that money can win. That's right. It's not a war that it's money that will defeat it. Because I tell you, there are some people who have hijacked the purse of the nation and they have opened it and they are ready to spend it no matter how they want to spend it because they fear no repercussion. If you bring 1,000 naira down, they'll bring $1,000 down. They have borrowed, and borrowed again. They have borrowed the kind of money that the next 100 years probably our descendants will be paying those monies. And so what do we need? We cannot outspend them, but we can outpassion them. How do you outpassion those people who have taken over this country? Is by ensuring that the candidates that you feel are the candidates with competence, character, capacity, candidates that are courageous, candidates that have passion, candidates that will stand for Nigeria, candidates that are patriotic, candidates that have been there all this while, that have never left the trenches, that the people can see and relate to. It's not about the candidates that you feel the old politicians want to see. No. So until we get to that place, and this is a direct message to my party, the Nigeria Democratic Congress, when you sit down and we do those primaries, let's give room for people with competence, character, capacity. Let's give room to young people. Let's give because they look like the old politics. The old politics will not win the election for us. It is the new politics that will win the election. Greater NDC members. Greater NDC members. Of the greatest, 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 of the greatest NDC members. Thank you.